We saved the most important cultural story of the day for last with you. Beloved cartoon Scooby Doo is revamping. A character is officially coming out as gay, at least according to viewers. After decades of speculation, a clip from the new Halloween movie is going viral online. One of the main characters, Velma, you like me might remember her from the 80s, is fawning over a female costume designer, leading viewers to ascertain she is now finally out as gay. Take a look.
And as promised, here are your Scooby snacks.
Take it away, Jimmy.
Listen, I don't even have a problem. I don't even have a problem with Velma being gay, obviously. If we're going to take Scooby Doo seriously, we should be more concerned about the talking dog. But they did make this the most realistic season ever. The Mystery Machine can't afford gas, so they don't go anywhere. It's bad.
And is the other guy going to be gay gay? Is the other guy going to be high all the time? Velma's coming out as gay. Kudos to her. But they got other problems on that show.
She was maybe a little right. But by the way, one thing on this commentary, they're supposed to be angry and how dare they come for our kids with this gay character. They don't really care either. This is, again, it's just a cover. It's supposed to convince other people. We're so mad about normal society. They don't care. They're laughing about it because it was a funny joke in that cartoon. Either way it goes, she also said that the other guy's supposed to be high. No, Fred's the one that's also potentially gay too. But then yes, Shaggy and Scooby are always eating those snacks. Wonder why. Either way it goes, Steven Crowder, another conservative talker, doesn't really seem to care either, in a different kind of way. Let's watch what he had to say.
So look,
come on.
Here's the macro. I don't care if you want to have a lesbian character. Right. Now there is a when you have people who are gay or lesbian, which is atypical, and by that I mean, it's always been about 2% of the population. Now it's claimed to be 7% when you go LGBTQ, AAIP, and that includes queer and bisexual, but a very small percentage of the population. So it necessitates a conversation with kids. Well, hold on a second. What is that? Why is a woman making out with a woman? Why are they having a romantic relationship? Because it doesn't necessitate a sexual follow-up question if you just see a man and a woman, because that is the norm.
Right.
It does if it's atypical. Kids ask questions, so I don't think it should be ejected into kids shows. The other thing though is, look, there are plenty of lesbian characters and gay characters. There's not a problem with that, right? The BBC has it as low as references available at louderwithcarter.com. 2021, they said 12% of all US TV characters were LGBTQ. And I've actually seen that number as high as 16%. Let's call it 12, 14%. It's still at least more than double, likely triple that of the pop. There are plenty of gay and lesbian characters. They're just not as popular. So if we're gonna bitch about appropriation, why do you need to take a straight character and make her lesbian? Just go make your own. It's not our fault people don't wanna watch it, just because we don't wanna watch a bunch of cartoon women shop at Bass Pro.
The thing is, Crowder made some normal points there. It's not as common to see gay folks or gay characters and all that stuff. So why should we have one in this cartoon? Kids might ask questions. Exactly. They might come to this realization that there's other people in this world that are not just like what they've been told. There's just one kind of person and that's it. Yes, they can learn something about their society and their world. So yeah, it's okay if they ask questions because then they get to learn something about their world. Crazy how that works. Here's some more background really fast, Schuster. So clips from this brand new movie, Trick or Treat Scooby Doo, which show the Mystery Inc. member googly-eyed and speechless, also while encountering costume designer Coco Diablo, that same character. These have gone viral on Twitter, confirming suspicions held by the Scooby fan base for decades. Here's an image of her losing her entire mind. It was a funny moment because I guess the object of her fantasies touched her on her shoulder. It was a funny moment. I wish we could have actually shown that part. Either way it goes, again, these folks are a little bit surprised by it. Or maybe the first clip weren't. Maybe Crowder was. I don't think anybody's surprised by this. So the fact that everyone kind of knew this is on blast. It's long been an open secret among fans of Scooby-Doo creatives that Velma is gay. Even James Gunn, who wrote the early live action films, and Tony Cervone, who served as supervising producer on Mystery Incorporated series, have confirmed this character's sexuality. But they were never able to make it official on screen. That's where the problem is. In 2020, Gunn tweeted that he tried to make Velma a lesbian in the live action movies. He says, in 2001, Velma was explicitly gay in my initial script, but the studio just kept watering it down and watering it down, becoming ambiguous. The version shot, then nothing, the released version, and finally having a boyfriend, which was in the sequel. And lastly, Tony Cervone also posted this. in case other folks were still confused. And he wrote, Marcy and Velma, Mystery Incorporated. I obviously don't represent every version of Velma Dinkley, but I'm one of the key people that represents this one. We made our intentions as clear as we could 10 years ago. Most of our fans got it. Those that didn't, I suggest you look closer. There's no new news here. Were you confused by this, Schuster?
No, I'm not confused, and I'm glad that at least the Fox News hosts that they were in on that. This is silly, this is absurd. Somebody obviously in management wanted us to talk about this to try to give it to our audience. And why are we talking about this? Who cares? And the fact of the matter is that conservatives do care about. Well, our kids are going to have questions. Let me tell you about some of the questions that my kids have asked over the last couple of days. My 5-year-old a few days ago, he said, you were watching something on TV, a kids show. He says, "Daddy, is Bigfoot real?" Well, then we started having a conversation about Bigfoot, where Bigfoot might live. And then the other day it was, "Daddy, is Siren Head real?" Have you seen Siren Head? It's like a giant stilts with like a giant megaphone on its head. Well, this isn't. Kids are going to ask questions about everything they see on TV, everything they see around them. They're going to ask questions, and that's part of the way a kid is enriched. Is you have a conversation with them about, no, yeah, it's okay. Some boys like girls, some boys like boys, some girls like girls, and that's just how it is. And we accept people for who they are. And so what? And whether it's a character, whether it's a real person, you have an informed, enlightened, doesn't mean that we're proselytizing. Doesn't mean we're trying to, somehow groom kids. But that's what conservatives think.
It's allowing them know that people exist. It's such we all learned at some point in our lives that gay people exist. Did all of us suddenly go gay because we learned that? Calm down. It doesn't make any sense, but they keep preaching this line of thinking that nobody acts in that manner.